everything stopped. March 30th, 1848. People woke to complete and total silence. The falls stood still. They had run dry. What had happened? No one knew. Some thought the falls had dried up for good. Others suspected a supernatural power was at work. And still others said it was the end of the world. In fact, millions of tons of ice had shifted, blocking the lake's outlet into Niagara River, creating a massive ice dam. The hours passed, and no water flowed that day or the next. Then, in the night, a distant rumble could be heard from upriver. As the low-pitched noise intensified, growing louder and closer, a great roar shook the earth to its very foundations. And a solid wall of water, cresting to a great height, curled down the channel and crashed over the brink of the precipice. The thunder of waters was back. The waters rushed and churned once again. Remember that single drop? Even as it crashes into the churn, it doesn't really disappear. It rises from the spray, divides on itself into smaller and smaller droplets that hover in the air, forming plumes of mist, magical and haunting. A great canvas between water and sky, painted with a multicolored glow of thousands of rainbows, woven of light turned back to our eyes through the lens of the drop. And somewhere over these rainbows, clouds gather the drop, move across the skies, and let it fall again to begin the cycle all over again. waters tumbling over the brink eroded a channel into the rock, forming a gorge and forcing the falls back up the river, back towards Lake Erie. Because what water gives, it can also take away. It's hard to believe that 50,000 years from now, that single drop of water will have pushed the falls into oblivion, leaving behind just a river, essentially destroying its own creation. Until then, the falls are the landscape, the light, the rush, always in motion, always transforming. They roar, day in and day out, untouched and untouchable. Poetry, wonder, thunder.